Hello and welcome to the Orbits revision video from scienceworksheets.co.uk. Please like, subscribe and comment to support the channel. An orbit is a path that one object will have around another. A planet orbits a star. Natural satellites such as moons orbit around a planet. Artificial satellites, which are man-made, also orbit around planets. And these orbits are typically elliptical, which means oval-shaped. Gravity provides the force that allows planets and satellites, both natural and artificial, to maintain their circular orbits. Mercury orbiting the Sun. We are going to assume that the orbits are circular, as it simplifies the explanation for how that orbital path is maintained. And Mercury orbits the Sun in an anti-clockwise orbit. The Sun will exert a gravitational force on Mercury. This force arrow has been labelled as F1. At the same time, Mercury will have a forward velocity, and this has been labelled with a velocity arrow. The force arrow F1 acts towards the centre of the circle, so it's a centripetal force, and the centripetal force is the only force acting on this planet, so it's also a resultant force, and this resultant force will cause the planet to accelerate towards the centre of the Sun due to Newton's second law, force equals mass times acceleration. Remember that the planet had a forward velocity. This force will cause the directional component of the velocity to change, and as a result it will form a curved path around the Sun. Also remember that the velocity is changing here because the direction is constantly changing on the circular orbit. If you were referring to speed, the speed could be constant because speed does not depend upon direction. Orbital velocity. In order to maintain the circular orbit, the object needs to have just the right velocity. So if Mercury moves too slowly, it would crash into the Sun. If Mercury moves at just the right velocity, it will maintain its orbit. And if Mercury moves at too high a velocity, it will fly off into space. Orbital velocity and altitude. The higher the altitude of the satellite from the surface of the Earth, the weaker the force of gravity that the satellite experiences from the Earth. And as a result, in order to maintain its orbit, its orbital velocity will be lower. Thank you for watching. See our revision notes, practice questions, link is in the description.